Hi, Gilda. So, can you tell us what the first piece of jewelry was that you ever owned, and why was it important to you?
So, the first piece of jewelry that I was ever given was from my mom. I was 16 and it was my first diamond ring, and I still have it to this
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill, and today we are going to be taking a look at the YEEZY QNTM Teals in the lifestyle version. Let's take a closer look. And welcome back to another unboxing and review. My name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up at the end if you enjoy it. Feel free to leave me any comments or questions down below, as well as hit that notification bell because we have a ton of heat coming out that I don't want you guys to miss out on, as well as be sure to check out our membership tiers. We've got some great perks on there for our members, as well as our new merch store. We've got amazing shade items, so if you want to rock some ShadeTV merch, be sure to check that out in your free time. All right, so as hinted earlier, we are going to be talking about the YEEZY QNTM Teals and the lifestyle version. Also, I know this is strange, we're not doing an Air Max Day on Air Max Day, but I want to wish everybody a happy Air Max Day. Got some great photos up on Instagram for you, though, on some of the Air Maxes that I was able to rock today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But today we're going to be discussing this YEEZY. Would love to hear your thoughts on this colorway specifically. We're going to go through that in our overview, and then we're going to talk about sizing and fit of this shoe. Those of you that are YEEZY fans, you know that this usually comes in alternate options. So you've got your lifestyle and basketball option. This particular version is the lifestyle version. Then we're going to talk about styling. How I was able to style these. It has been so beautiful in New York, so I've been able to take these on some nice locations. So stay tuned for that. Then we're going to conclude with how these shoes are currently doing on the resale market. So let's hop into the overview and talk about what's going on with this silhouette. So starting with the toe box, we've got this nice kind of cream coloring scheme going on here. It's very soft. It's that nice kind of nubuck suede, which it kind of looks like there's like stuff actually on the version that I have, in this kind of cream beige coloring scheme. As we move up into that neoprene tongue, it's a nice solid black coloring scheme with the black solid colorway to match. And then it looks like this is this isn't the pre-laced version that I've seen before. This is actually kind of nice that we've got just a simple black lace to go with that black neoprene look. And then as we move on to the side panels, we've got the prime knit, but this time the prime knit is in a nice kind of variation of coloring scheme. I really like what this looks like in person. There's hints of lighter greens and teals, turquoises and blacks and grays, and kind of like a lighter blue that's kind of intermixing between one another on both the medial and the lateral sides of the shoes. But I do think that all of these colors are just really vibing quite well with the shoe. So let's take a closer look at those details. right, so moving back to the collar, you'll see that we've got that reflective black collar going on in this dark charcoal gray. Underneath it, we've got that nice silvery, shiny paneling underneath it. And then we've got that translucent midsole with the gum bottom. And then we've got that full length boost. So we've got, of course, that see-through boost going through the bottom of the outsole there. And then for the insole, it is all black and silver, and that finishes and completes the shoe. So let's take a final look at it. All right, so let's talk about sizing. I actually stick true to size in the YEEZY QNTMs. Typically, I do like to go half a size up depending on what silhouette I'm going for in the YEEZY collection. But for some reason, I feel like the size 8 is just a little too big for me. My foot just kind of slides back and forth in them. So definitely would say stick true to size in this specific silhouette. All right, so now let's talk about styling. I had some fun styling these. Obviously, you know, these are known as more of a basketball shoe, but I definitely dressed them up more lifestyle. For the first look, I decided to go with a plaid shirt that kind of matches actually the coloring scheme that goes on throughout this prime knit in this kind of charcoal gray, green and teal look. I layered that with just a black hoodie underneath and my Rick Owens cargo pants. I love wearing these with my Rick Owens pants. I think they just fit very well around the ankle and go very well with the type of pant in that dark kind of black coloring scheme. But you guys all know that I love me some black and sometimes dark grays.
I only work in black and sometimes very, very dark gray.
So obviously I gotta throw one of those looks in there specifically with the coloring scheme in this shoe.
Wanna taste the clouds, dance with the moon, take a trip around your body. Boy, I love the way you got me. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed. Losing all my focus, I can't even control it. You know your lips are golden, baby, get me high. Touching me like lightning, keeping it exciting. You know exactly what to do to blow my mind. You're from another planet. I've never felt like this. I don't know how I ever survived.
All right, so for the second look, I decided to go super comfortable and I wore my Nike Supreme white sweatpants with my Uli Herzner sweater in gray. And then I layered that with a gray jacket on top. Or not gray, a green jacket, just because I am seeing these simple hues of this kind of greenish tone popping through on the prime knit. So I really wanted to pull that coloring scheme out in that second look.
I wanna taste the clouds, dance with the moon, take a trip around your body. Boy, I love the way you got me. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed. This bed is out of space, just keep painting constellations. You cover me in glitter till I'm shining bright. I never wanna leave the sky. The way you made me feel alive. I was in the dark and baby, you're the light. You're from another planet. I've never felt like this. I don't know how I ever survived without it.
The last and final look, I decided to go with another casual kind of pant, just like the Rick Owens, but in a different coloring scheme, more of a khaki kind of greenish hue that the tone has to it. And then I wore an Yoon gray turtleneck sweater top with that. I love just wearing grays and green tones with these shoes just because I think the colors really show and pop up in the light. So that's what I went with for those 3 options.
I'm starry-eyed, got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the clouds, dance with the moon. Take a trip around your body, boy, I love the way you got me. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed. Couldn't fight if I wanted, flying to places that I never thought I could go. You're a meteor shower, falling down all over me, yeah, you're making me glow. Couldn't fight if I wanted, flying to places that I never thought I could go. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed.
All right, so now let's talk about how I style these with socks. Because we're getting into the springtime, I really wanted to bring one pair of the socks that had just a nice mesh look with some floral print. This actually matches the prime knit quite perfectly. You can see here. That is literally the same exact kind of greenish teal tone going on there. So I wanted to play with something fun, and that's why I decided to go with this TAKEO sock. Again, if you guys don't know the brand TAKEO, it's a Japanese sock company that I love using for my socks. They have such a variety of options and it's all high quality. So if you guys like any of the socks that I'm showing you today, be sure to check them out in the description box below for links. But I definitely fell in love with this kind of floral print mesh sock because I think that it just matches the prime knit to a T. For the other sock look, I really wanted to pull from the jacket I was wearing. It has the same kind of army green tone to it. And this green just really, I feel like, plays very well again with the prime knit. This is a ribbed sock look. Again, if you're not about the floral print, this is more of a basic coloring scheme, but I think it just works so well. If you can see that side by side with the prime knit coloring scheme. Just because there's so many different types of green hues going on in that prime knit, I thought this was a great secondary option. And then for the last and final look, I wanted to bring just a completely different coloring scheme to the table with this one, and that's why I chose this ribbed sneaker sock by TAKEO. Again, this is kind of more of an orangey salmon tone, but again, I think it just works so well with the teals and the green shades in this prime knit. So you guys let me know down below, what was your favorite sock look? Also, what was your favorite look out of the 3 that I chose? Or how would you style these shoes?
Free me from my wicked ways. I long to see through the haze. Long days waking up too late. It's alright, I'll be coming home soon. Heart is blind, I've been down at times. Nothing can keep me from you. Cold and lonely enough, and all the time is passing us both up. Oh, I won't lie, I need to feel your love, your love, your love. Long roads with your memory, a hard line I'll take. No sight how it's gonna be. It's alright, I know what I gotta do. Heart is blind, I've been down at times, but nothing can keep me from you.
Alright, so now let's conclude with how these shoes are currently doing on the resale market. So these shoes retailed for $250, and currently, if you weren't able to snag these when they released, they're actually still going for under the retail market value. So you can actually get these for a cheaper price point. Depending on your size, of course, these are going between $200 to $250. So not so great for the resellers, but definitely for those of you who are in love with the YEEZY QNTMs, I think this is a great colorway that they released. So definitely a good time to hop on this and buy them if you want to pay less than the retail value for them. All right, you guys, that's it for this unboxing and review. If you're new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Be sure to slap a like on this video as well. Leave me any comments or questions down below, as well as hit the notification bell because we have a ton of heat coming out. This was a big day, you guys, today, so I picked up a lot of wins. So you guys have to stay tuned. Just a hint, I did secure a Bacon Air Max 90. So stay tuned for that episode. Again, you will not know unless you have those notifications turned on. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to check out those membership perks by pressing that join button, as well as our merch store. We've got some great items in there. All right, you guys, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill. We will see you on the next video.